Hello, everyone. So this next one comes to us from Anthony Dahl, who asked me just recently, actually, and I thought it was a good just one I can do off the top of my head. Burt Gummer from the Tremor series, the Graboid Hunter himself, versus Ash Williams from the Evil Dead series. Now, this is an interesting fight because these guys are both good on their feet, innovators, and they've fought against extreme odds, and they both kind of seem like the every guys put in extraordinary scenarios. But we have to also take in consideration that their ventures have continued. We have Tremors 5 and possibly a 6th one coming down the way at some point. I have no guarantee about that one, but I think I heard something about that. And Ash vs. the Evil Dead. But that shows the characters when they're a little over the hill in terms of their physicality and their years. So we're going to do this where they're at their peaks. And for me, first off, at their peak for Ash would have to be the Army of Darkness. That would have to be peak Ash. Peak physical condition. Peak abilities. He's got his hand back. He's got a glove. His weapons, all that. And for Burt, I'm gonna have to go with Tremors 3 Burt. Tremors 5 Burt's obviously just gotten older. He's just not the same Burt he used to be. He's still great at what he does, but he's not the same Burt. And 4th one's a prequel. 2nd one you can make an argument for, but but Burt's still not over the hill yet in terms of. It's got to be like a couple years between like the 1st and 3rd one at best. So, from the 2nd and 3rd one at best. So it's got to pretty much still be the same Burt from the 2nd one, just advanced with more backup plans and strategy. So Ash Williams, he's about in his 30s he's about in his 30s, I'd say, in the evil Army of Darkness. Transported there to the Deadites. Now, he's not an expert hand-to-hand combatant, but he can handle himself in brawl. He ends up teaching it's pretty much King Arthur. They say Arthur. It's King Arthur. King teaching the people back then how to fight hand-to-hand with weaponry. So he's got enough knowledge to give them give people basic tutelage in hand-to-hand combat. He's skilled with his shotgun, his boomstick, double Remington, State of Lie. That's cobalt steel and a hair trigger. The real TS for about $99.95. Shop smart. Shop S smart. You got it. Anyway. So yeah, he's good. He's good with firearms. He's got. We'll give him like a steady supply of ammo for this too. We're not going to just keep him over the hill. Now that being said, he's also got his new hand at that point, which is basically it's a prosthetic which is designed off of a knight's glove, but it's also got a lot of mechanical input. He's able to crush it's strong enough to at the very least crush a metal gauntlet. Sorry, Domino, you saw my grandpa home? Do you see Grandpa? Nope, doesn't look like Grandpa's home. It's strong enough to at least crush a solid metal gauntlet, or cup. But for all we know, that was made of some flimsy metal, like brass or something like that. But still, strong enough to crush that in just one bare hand. You can imagine you could probably deliver a pretty solid punch. Now he is actually he is innovative when he needs to be. He can think on the fly pretty well. He's able to, and he's also pretty durable. All things here, he's able to get out of that vortex from that Evil Dead book. He's durable enough to cut off his own hand, high pain tolerance, and pretty much not bleed out or flinch. So he's able to do that. He was able to resist the Deadites' influence after becoming possessed. He's able to. I'm trying to think of a couple other moments where he really showed some innovation, because he has shown a lot of innovation. He was able. He must have some level of mechanics, because he was able to turn his car, which was not going to be able to run, at least not by any normal stretch of means, into kind of a fan blade tank of death for the Deadites. So he was able to do that. He immediately was able. He continually steals weapons in that last fight, and is trying to survive, things along those lines. So he's able to act quickly on the fly. But when you break it down, if you want to talk about the everyman, he is the everyman put in an extraordinary scenario. He just develops himself over the course of these films. Now, Burt Gummer, technically he is the everyman, but he is the very extreme version of the everyman, where it's like, protect my guns, I'm a conservative, all that kind of stuff, whatever. My backup generator. When he makes his Graboid Shrieker, and makes his house Graboid and Shrieker proof, but he forgot to prepare for ass blasters because they didn't exist at that point. He had a backup bunker where he could stay in there for about 7 or 8 years. He then blew up the bunker. So it's like, yeah, I'm a masterpiece of self-destruction. Right now, I should be hitting my backup ammo right about now. Boom. And that being said, he's a weapons enthusiast. He is very much into firearms, which to the point of where we look at him and from the first Tremor series, that rack of guns he had. He had the elephant gun. He had semi-automatics, automatic weapons, handguns, flares. Then you get into freaking Tremors 2, where he had God knows how much explosives, God knows how much firearms, and then the 50 caliber anti-tank rifle, for God's sake, which he smoked that as Burt Ward put it, but not Burt Ward, Fred Ward. Fred Ward's Earl put it. It's like, you smoked his ass, doing what I can, what I got. He's an explosives tactician master. He's also good at hand-to-hand combat, as he put it when he came back. There must have been a couple of dozen of things. Luckily, sure, luck of them, most of them were in the front of the car, so I just popped in Tranger, 12 gear, ran over. The ones that got on board, I handled with this combination of small firearms and hand-to-hand techniques. I love that movie. The second one's by far my favorite movie, hands down, for the Tremors one. I just love that monologue he has about just being attacked. I feel I was denied critical, need to know information. I've used that line so much in life. No, and then you get into the third one where his weapons collection has dwindled, but he's still got like shotguns, all firearms, all kind of like Grizzly the Big Boy, ammo, and again, talk about a guy who's innovative, who works on the fly. He memorized the entire geology of the valley to avoid graboids. They were able to make a homemade potato gun, or excuse me, a potato gun. I'm trying to think. A couple other things he did. He's always got. It's like, Burt's got a lighter. It's like, yep, damn right. He's always prepared. He's always got like a lighter. He's got his Leatherman on him. He's good. He's probably more likely good with a knife. He has a knife on him. So Burt is a masterpiece of warfare, self-destruction, a lifetime of preparation. I wind up a refugee. Watch my trip. I did a whole review of the Tremors movies for Halloween 2 years ago. I love those movies. I own the entire series. I love those movies. They're bad. Some of them are bad. Like the fifth one's not good, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. The fourth one's interesting. The fourth one's not terrible. None of them I think are actually terrible either. Except for the fifth one. The fifth one's bad. But a good bad. A kind of enjoyable bad, because Burt Gummer's still awesome. Michael Gross is still awesome. Jamie Kennedy, not so much. So that, okay. How does this fight break down? Burt doesn't really fight people that much, but let's just say for some reason they're fighting each other. I'll be honest, there's not much to say on this fight. Burt's really prepared and very much always on edge. So he is, he's not going to be taken off guard very easy. The only way Ash I see winning is if he gets a lucky shot with his gun off, honestly, and just shoots Burt in the head or something. And even Burt's wounded, like gives him a gut shot, but he's still able to function. Ash is screwed after that because Burt just has more weaponry, more skills. He would just kick his ass. Burt Gummer would kick Ash's ass. Ashley's ass. Burt I think would just win. I think Burt wins about 95% of the time. Ash needs to get a lucky hit in. Now, that being said, I will give Ash credit in the one or two categories here. I think Ash is the one who's actually in better physical shape because I think he's just younger. We're talking about them in their prime here. So I think Ash is just the more physically in shape. So he could probably actually fight. If they get into a hand-to-hand fight, I do think Burt's got the edge in overall skill, but Ash is at least got, I think, better physicality, and he's got a metal hand that if he hits Burt with it, it's going to hurt. But, that being said, you're talking about guy with a shotgun versus the guy who's the gun nut. Oh, and let's not forget, he had access to a freaking anti-tank or anti-aircraft turret at one point in the third movie. So, yeah, if you're talking about, yeah, baby, and then he comes out with his I'm going to call it the buzzsaw car for killing dead. I'd say, yeah, baby. It's like, no, it's not to worry, because for the first time, I finally have the proper tool at hand. Looking for a little heat, and then just blows the car up. So, will it be entertaining? Burt's, I think, going to take this 95% of the time. I love Burt Gummer. I love Ash Williams. But let's not mince words. Ash would probably get wrecked by Burt if they went head to head. But let me know if you think differently. If you do, that's cool. This is my opinion, as always. That's the thing I find amazing about the internet and the fact that, everyone has a voice, the good and the bad. It's like, and I go back to the Miss Marvel versus Android 18 fight for Death Battle predictions, because that was a perfect example of that. It was only my opinion, and no matter what my opinion was, I was on the losing side of the debates. I had so many people giving me shit for that video. It's got more dislikes than likes. I've checked it recently. But whatever. I don't care that much. I don't really care that much at all. If you watch... first off, I want you to enjoy my content, so it makes me more inclined to make more content. If you don't enjoy it, that's your opinion. You're entitled to not enjoy it. But just know that that's your opinion. I have my opinion. That's all you need to realize, folks. That's all there really is to it. It's just opinions. And all opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and the vast majority of them smell. Though mine smells like cinnamon rolls. So I don't know about yours. I don't know how yours says freshly baked cinnamon rolls. Actually, from my understanding, I think there are legitimate, that's a Family Guy joke, but I think there actually are legitimate pills that do that. Maybe not make it smell like cinnamon rolls, but basically just take the smell out of your shit. So that's interesting to me that we developed those things. Why? I don't quite know, but we developed them. Anyway, I digress. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you